Little by little, the sky was darkened by the mixing dust, and the wind felt over the earth, loosened the dust, and carried it away. The wind grew stronger. The rain crust broke, and the dust lifted up out of the fields and drove gray plumes into the air like sluggish smoke. The corn threshed the wind and made a dry, rushing sound. The finest dust did not settle back to earth now, but disappeared into the darkening sky.
Ezekiel saw that wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw that wheel whirling way in the middle of the air. Now the little wheel run by faith, and the big wheel run by the grace of God, and a wheel.
We looked in the north and thought it was a blue norther coming. Such a huge black cloud, just looked like smoke out of a train stack or something.
He'll talk about you way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw that wheel whirling way up in the middle.
About 4 o'clock, 1934. And I just come rolling over, and when we got near to the house, we was all afraid, and we ran into the storm house because we thought it was a storm. And we lit the lamp, and it was just so dark in there that we couldn't see one another. We just had, even with the lamp lit, and we just choked and smothered.
Ezekiel saw that wheel whirling way up in the middle of the air.
And my husband was out after the cows, and he stumbled up against the barbed wire fence, and he followed the fence till he come to the house, is the way he was able to get to the house.
Tell you what a bootlegger he'll do, way in the middle of the air. Sell you liquor and...
Every moving thing lifted the dust into the air. A walking man lifted a thin layer as high as his waist, and a wagon lifted the dust as high as the fence tops, and an automobile boiled a cloud behind it. The dust was long in settling back again.
After the first one, of course, they were scared awfully bad, and the old-timers said they'd never seen nothing like that.
Men and women huddled in their houses, and they tied handkerchiefs over their noses when they went out, and wore goggles to protect their eyes. And the wind cried and whimpered over the fallen corn.
Sunny California. This is one I wrote myself about kind of our trip to California. I left Texas one beautiful day. I made up my mind that I would not stay. No longer in Texas, the place that I loved, though it was like giving up heaven above. My old dad was growing old, his body was bent from hard work had told. My mother was sleeping in a gay little town where friends and her loved ones had seen her laid down. My sisters and brothers, they hated so bad to see me go west like someone gone mad, to leave all my loved ones and kiss them goodbye, just hoping I'd meet them in the sweet by and by. I thought at first that I would not go no further west than New Mexico, but the work it was scarce and the weather was bad. I felt like I'd left all the friends that I had. We landed at Peoria one sad lonely day, no place for a shelter but a rag house to stay. I felt like Arizona was too much for me. I cried till my heart ached and I scarcely could see. Our next stop was California, where the sun always shines. I know that is a saying, but I'll tell you my mind. In the little town of Colton, hemmed up on a knoll, and the black water splashing till their hearts had grown cold.
The cars of the migrant people crawled out of the side roads onto the great cross-country highway, and they took the migrant way to the west. In the daylight, they scuttled like bugs to the westward, and as the dark caught them, they clustered like bugs, near to shelter and to water.
Then we decided something we had better do. We loaded a few things into an old car, hoping west to go very far.
I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. Oh, they put me in a jailhouse on my knees. They put me in a jailhouse on my knees. They put me in a jailhouse on my knees, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. They feed me on cornbread and peas. They feed me on cornbread and peas. They feed me on cornbread and peas, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes. I'm going where the climate suits my clothes, Lord, Lord. It ain't gonna be treated this way.
There's some tents ahead. The car pulled off the road and stopped, and because others were there first, certain courtesies were necessary. And the man, the leader of the family, leaned from the car. "Can we pull up here and sleep?" "Why, sure, be proud to have you. What state you from?" "Come all the way from Arkansas." "They's Arkansas people down that fourth tent." "That so?" The car lumbered over the ground to the end tent and stopped. Then down from the car, the weary people climbed and stretched stiff bodies. Then the new tent sprang up. The children went for water, and the older boys cut brush or wood. The fire started, and supper was put on to boil or to fry.
Oh, the time is drawing nigh when we all must say goodbye. Loving friends, the thought is sad that comes to me. Though when I am far away, I will kneel and for you pray, for the Lord to bless and guide you o'er the sea. What a happy time 'twill be when we cross the stormy sea, and among the shining angels there to stand, we will meet our loved ones there, evermore with them to dwell. In that home above where comes no sad farewell. Time has come when we must part, though with sad and broken hearts. But we hope in heaven we all shall meet again, reunited there to be in the long eternity, there to live forevermore with Christ our King. What a happy time 'twill be when we cross the stormy sea, and among the shining angels there to stand, we will meet our loved ones there, evermore with them to dwell, in that home above where comes no sad farewell.
In the evening, a strange thing happened. The 20 families became one family. The children were the children of all. The loss of home became one loss, and the golden time in the West was one dream. And they spoke softly of their homes. There was a little cool house under the windmill. Used to keep milk in there to cream up, and watermelons. Go in there midday when she was hotter than a heifer, and she'd be just as cool as you'd want. Cut open a melon in there, and she'd hurt your mouth, she's so cool. Water dripping down from the tank.